you guys so that we can read the story together and you can see the pictures. Thumbs up if you guys can see the pictures okay. Thank you, Layla. Thank you, Miss Katina. What were you doing on the last day of school? Where were you? On our last day together, the teachers played with us kindergartners during recess. Some teachers pushed us high on the swings and others taught us how to use a jump rope. It was really fun. We drew pictures of our families and computers. What were you doing on the last day of school? Where were you? On our last day together in first grade, we learned how to write a list of things we like to do. In Spanish, me gusta leer. We also listened to a cool story about pandas. That was in English. In music, we learned how to play the kazoo. What were you doing on the last day of school? Where were you? On our last day together in second grade, a baby chick hatched during science. The teacher let us name her Daphne. We talked about what robotics are and how science can change the world. We counted money and we decided that a lot is a good number to have. What were you doing on the last day of school? Where were you? Well, on our last day in third grade, we had donuts for breakfast. During that, we celebrated March Madness by showing off our math skills to our parents. We ate snacks, took pictures, and were mad about math. And Miss Saez was in third grade last year before I became a kindergarten teacher. In art, we made slime and had a party for being the best class of the month. The art teacher gave us fruit salad as a snack. What were you doing on the last day of school? Where were you? On our last day in fourth grade, we talked about being leaders and how everyone in society can be a leader. Everyone has something amazing they can do. We know that's a true fact because the teacher said so. Leadership skills. In library, we read a mystery book and played Clue. What were you doing on the last day of school? Where were you? On our last day in fifth grade, it was Lily's birthday. The principal played Happy Birthday on his guitar, and it was on the morning announcements. The teacher let us have lunch in the classroom too. After that, we worked on building our own websites. In gym, we played basketball and ran on the track. We all really did amazing things together on our last day in school, and we didn't know that we wouldn't hug or high-five each other for a very long time because the coronavirus pandemic would sweep the country. We know now that we have to stay home so we can stay safe. The school building might have closed, but we never stopped learning new things inside and outside of the classroom. That was a scary time, but we're glad to be back in school. We were just caught doing amazing things together on our last day because those are the things we normally do, and we missed it a lot. All of us learned that we can do hard things, so we can take that with us anywhere we go, online, in the classroom, and into the future. The end, friends. We'll stop sharing. I do have some questions for my littles in the audience. We're going to have 2 rounds of questions. Questions I ask you in English and questions you can ask me. So I'm going to ask you, what are you looking forward to when we come back to in-person learning in the fall? What is something you're excited about? I have some friends who are definitely going to be in-person learners in the fall. Journey, tell me, dime.
In the fall, I'm gonna totally be at school.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to do in person school, since you and I have been online all year? What do you want to do when you're back at HOB in person?
I want to learn new stuff.
Oh, that sounds great. Does anyone else want to answer? What are you looking forward to when you're back in school in the fall? Layla, did you want to share?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I can't wait to see you back when you're back in school in the fall.
You too.
So now I'm going to share, and your turn is to ask me questions. So you can ask me questions about writing a story, or you could ask me questions about how books are made. It's like you're the teacher now and you get to ask questions of the author. So if you can think of a question in your brain that just popped there, it's your turn to ask all the questions.
And then
I'm going to ask you to ask questions too.
merge. And it's nearly 3 hours.
We don't have any more questions today. Journey?
Books are. So you know what books are made out of?
So books are made out of different things, right? So the book that I showed you is an online book, right? That we've read a lot of online books. So ebooks are made of just links that we print, and they have print versions. So there's a print book and there's a digital book. I'm going to mute a friend. But Journey, that's a great question. So books are made.
That's me.
Okay. It's called Paper Folds and Gathers. So the publisher takes what we want to write our stories, right? And then the illustrator puts the pictures with the words, and they print the story into a book that we have in our hands. And if we don't have the book in our hands, that's okay too. We can read it online. And then
that's still me, remember? Still me. So whenever you hear that background noise, that's still me.
I'm not muting you.
You are muting me.
You're good. Good question. Hi, is this Tony's iPhone? Did you have a question, sweetheart? I saw some here.
I was wondering, I can't see, but on the phone, but what about, who illustrated it, or did you illustrate it?
So I commissioned an illustrator from Pakistan. Her name is Sarah. She did a lovely job with the illustrations. She was willing to do a lot of work to make sure that the illustrations were diverse and represented what our school systems truly look like and reflect the nature of public schools from kindergarten to 5th grade. When the book went for publication, the students were reflected in a very nice way and matched the story's tone. And I was really happy with her work. The publishers were able to format and design the book around her illustrations beautifully. And I see in the chat, I will put a link to the story now. Thank you so much for asking that.
Is this book for sale at Browseabout?
Not yet. It is available on Amazon. It's also available on bookbaby.com as well as Barnes and Noble and Target.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I have a lot of kindergarten friends. You might not remember your last day of preschool. You guys are so little.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so that's exciting. I'm looking at the chat again. When will I write my next book? Oh, so there are some different things going on there. We've had a very special request come from someone who works for the state of Delaware, ask that Miss Saez write another book. And in order for that next book to be written, she'd also have to learn how to write what's called a grant, which means she has to ask the state for money to write the book. So we are in the process of seeing if the state says, yes, that's a nice idea, or maybe next summer. So we're seeing. I'm hoping that it will be this summer that I will be able to write the next book. Very exciting. Learning how to write a grant was very exciting. Yes, Journey.
Where are you at right now?
It doesn't look like school, does it? I'm home.
You're at home, right?
I'm home.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't sound different because it was echoing. Because when you're usually in your class, in your classroom, it doesn't really echo that much.
Oh, well, it's a different room. It's not HOB.
A little close to HOP.
I'm about a half hour away from there now.
Yes,
Yes,
I think that does.
yes. Tony? Yes, I see you. I have a friend in the bottom who's raising your hand. Go ahead. You can unmute.
We can unmute.
I'm confused with nonfiction and fiction. I'm confused. Which one is which?
Can you ask your question for me one more time?
I don't know which one like is nonfiction and fiction.
I think you're breaking up on my end. I heard that you were a little confused about which one was 6.
No, nonfiction and fiction.
The difference between fiction and nonfiction. You know what? That it was
Ah,
tricky
yes.
for me too. And okay, so fiction begins with the letter F, right? So fiction means that it is false or fake or make-believe. That's how I stick that one in my brain. Nonfiction means that it's supposed to be true. So things that we read from the library, books about spiders, right? Books about the weather. Those nonfiction books, those are books that are true. And fiction books are make-believe. The story I just read you is actually based on what really happened. That's called realistic fiction, which means that it's a make-believe story based on something that actually happened, because the schools really did close, right? And we really did do online learning. But maybe a chip didn't really hatch in someone's classroom. Maybe that part was make believe.
Miss Saez,
Mm-hmm.
guess what?
What?
Tomorrow is a fun day. It is my cousin's party tomorrow.
I hope you have fun.
Me too. We have a gift for him. It's downstairs.
That's exciting.
And I am upstairs in my mommy's office.
Great.
I know.
All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks for coming out to read the story.
You too.
Do
I
it.
will see you,
Stella, thank
I'll see my friends Monday.
Hi, Mommy.
If anyone else has more questions,
Adios.
please feel free to stay on. Adios, littles. Thank you so much for visiting and reading the story with me tonight.
Adios. Mr. Saez.
Adios.
Adios. Adios. Adios. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. I was about to say see you tomorrow.
See you
See you on Monday.
They're cute.
They are. All right.
We still have Danny up here, even though I'm thinking he was on the trampoline the whole time.
I'm
There we
going
go. There's someone.
to-
Hi. Oh my goodness. Look at my early readers. Look at you. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for joining us tonight.
No problem.
No problem.
Tell them who you are. I'm your cousin.
I can cancel.
You're my cousin. Oh my goodness.
I get my son. Say hi.
Say hi, Lancer. He doesn't feel like being focused today.
Oh,
But all right. Thanks for having us. It was
Thank
a great
you.
story. I loved it. They enjoyed it. He actually sat here the whole time. I was like, oh, he enjoyed this.
thank you. Hugs to you guys. They're so cute.
All right, we're going to bike ride. All right, have a great one.
Thank you. You guys too. Thanks so much for coming.
No problem. Good job.
Alrighty, I'm going to say bye to Facebook. Thank you to anybody who attended and watched. Have a great day.